Hello everybody and welcome to a new series that I'm starting called Up Close and Personal with your favourite bags, where we take a good long look at bags that are in hot demand or super iconic or maybe just extra interesting for all sorts of reasons. Just take a good look at them together, have a chat, have a talk through. So I thought a great bag to start this with would be the iconic Chanel 25. This is one of the hottest bags of the moment and is still really hard to get. Let's pop on the gloves and I will show it to you. And here she is. So what I have here is the medium size. The small is significantly smaller. Let's take a look at this bag and all that entails in it. So you have a gorgeous grained leather shoulder bag with two pockets, one on each side. Both of the pockets do actually work. They're small, slim pockets, but they're quite long, so very good for smaller bits so that you don't need to open up the main body of the bag. They also just look really cool because as it's a shoulder bag, often this is actually the side that you're seeing when someone's facing you. So you see this pocket at the front, which is much cooler than if it was left plain. You then have a drawstring with the Chanel logo, and this is how you open and close the bag. Sometimes drawstring bags actually have like a secret button, and that's actually how you open and close the bag. That's not the case with this bag. It actually does open and close with the Chanel drawstring. In terms of its easiness to use, it's totally easy. Totally easy, but not so that it would be slipping and sliding when you don't want it to. You do have to press down on that Chanel logo like so and pull it down to open up the bag. So speaking of opening up the bag, let's take a look inside. Now, just one thing to notice, you have your shoulder chain. This bag does not go crossbody. It's a shoulder bag, and on your shoulder chain on the medium size, there's a leather patch, which is great because this bag really holds a lot. Let's take a dive into the inside. So this bag does come with a matching pouch for inside, but we're going to come to that later. Let's just take a look at the actual interior body of this bag. Totally open interior. You have your microchip patch here at the front side of the bag behind your Chanel drawstring logo. Patch that you see here at the back of the bag, it is a pouch. It's about the size of a debit card. So it's a small pouch. You could put cards in there, but you're not putting a phone in there. Very thoughtfully, as it is a nice wide bag, it's going to fit a lot in it, but you could have bits and bobs falling to the bottom. They very thoughtfully added in a beautiful pouch. So the pouch very much matches the bag in terms of its composition and its hardware and everything like that. It can be taken out of the bag. No doubt in time, these will appear in the resale market just on their own. But for now, it is attached with a little clippy to the inside of the bag, but you can clip it out. The pouch itself is totally open in the inside, and this fits a phone no problem. So just for reference, I've put an iPhone in here now for you guys to see. Even though the bag is hardware heavy and very durable, it's not as heavy as you would expect it to be. I really love this bag, and I also love the Chanel 19, and I think there's quite similar ties to both. The Chanel 19 is typically a lambskin bag and it's a crossbody bag, but I think the vibe in both of these is very similar. It's casual, it's everyday, it's a little bit funky with the more interesting hardware. And yeah, it's just that casual vibe of Chanel that isn't totally typical for the brand, but I do love it in the 19 and I love it in the 25 as well. If we want to talk pricing for a little bit, Chanel did just have a price increase. This exact bag would have retailed at 6,200, but it's gone up by €200 to 6,400. These prices may be different if you're shopping in dollars, just be aware. So it was 6.2, now 6.4. Now, these are really, really hard to get new, especially in certain countries countries, they're extra hard. Overall, the wait list for them is longer than it ever was for the 19 or the 22. And there is still wait lists for this bag everywhere. When we talk about the resale on this bag, it is still very much trading over retail price. Now, how much over is dependent very much on the color, the size, and also just the current availability at the time, because it's very much that, like, if you want to be wearing this bag this summer, you're probably going to have to go to the resale market, and there's not a lot of these even on the resale market right now. While I tried to research an average resale price, it's quite up in the air. However, it's all above retail price, with the hardest colors to get being the denim and the silver. Apparently those two are the ones that are typically trading the most over retail price. And here is how she looks on. I love this bag, as I said. I'm a vintage Chanel girl typically, but this and the 19 are the two of the modern designs that I'm most drawn to. And I really do adore this one. So that is the ins and outs of the Chanel 25. Comment your thoughts, I'd love to hear them, and thank you so much for watching.